Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're leaving your comments in here below. Let me know who you thought your man of the match was, and let me know what you think of my thoughts on the game, people. But let's get straight into it, man. Chelsea 4, Djurgården. I think that's how you pronounce it. Djurgården. I don't know, blood. Yeah? But big them up because we came to their gaff today, bro. We took a little trip to IKEA, you know what I mean, to go get a little wardrobe, to go get a little chest of drawers, to go stuff all these goals in, yeah? Because we were raining goals today, blood. Yeah? That's exactly what I want to be seeing at this point in the season. I don't give a fuck if it's the Conference League, yeah? I will take anything right now to give these lot confidence in front of goal, right? Because goals right now is the only way that we're going to get back into the fucking top 5 because we have not been good in front of goal, blood. Yeah? But listen, when you talk about the build-up play today, very, very similar to what I was seeing start of the season. If you guys remember start of the season, there was the whole thing about the A team and the B team. And if you go back to the fan cams at the time in the same competition, I was talking about how, you know, it doesn't matter who comes out and who comes in. I was seeing the B team playing the exact same way as the first team, bro. And to me, that's a sign of a good coach. That's a sign of a good structure, good system. Because if whoever comes in is able to replicate what the first team players are doing and what the starters are doing, that goes to show me that what you're showing them is very clear, right? Because the instructions, clearly, these other guys that are coming in that aren't as good, they're able to do similar sort of things, right? And going into the game today, I saw the lineup. I looked at the lineup. I said, listen, that's strong enough to beat these guys, yeah? I've never even heard of these guys before today. You know what I'm saying? So you had Cucurella left back. You had Tosin and Badiashile at centre back like they usually are in this competition. Josh started at right back with Reece in the midfield with Enzo and Dewsbury Hall. And you had Sancho left wing, Madueke on right wing, and George up top. You know what I mean? So I was more than happy with that lineup because you're looking at Noni for goals, you're looking at Sancho to create, you're looking at Enzo to create. And that's exactly what I saw today, right? The build-up today was fantastic. I've got to big up Tosin because the amount of times I was seeing this guy getting on the ball and just punching it straight in between the pockets was mad, yeah? Because these guys were playing at home. They were trying to play with a lot of intensity. But they realized very quickly that, yo, if you press these guys, they're going to keep finding those pockets, yeah? And they weren't learning their lesson because 2 of the goals that we scored today, Tosin had a big part to play in it, and the goals came from him playing it into the pockets, right? If you go look at the first goal that we scored, he punches it into Enzo. You know, you don't like, I like to say punch, bro, because that's what it is, yeah? He punched the ball to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo takes it there on the half turn, right? In a nice position, in the right half space, by the way, yeah? Crosses it into to Jadon Sancho. To be honest with you, if the defender wasn't there, that would have gone in, right? But that was poor defending from the defender there. His legs were, it's like he had fucking 2 left feet, bro. You know what I mean? That was poor from him, but Sancho will take that goal because right now, he's fucking cooking, yeah? I saw that it's like 5 GA or something like that in the past 3 games or something from Sancho, or something like that. I think it was Enzo, Sancho, one of them. But I know they're cooking right now, you know what I mean? So it's very nice to see him score that first goal, you know? And then even for the second goal as well, similar sort of thing. These guys can't get near us. Tosin punches it again in between the lines to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall takes a nice little touch there. You know what I mean? He plays it to Enzo Fernandez in the right half space, right? And I'll tell you why I'm stressing about this right half space in a second. He plays a nice little pass to Noni. It goes in, bro. You know what I mean? 2-0. Yeah, happy days. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to be seeing when these guys get in the final third. You have to be decisive. Sancho got on the ball there. He wasn't trying to hesitate about shooting. The shot weren't the best, but he didn't hesitate, bro. Noni, same sort of thing. He saw the space. He didn't hesitate, bro. Yeah? There's been too many games this season where I'm seeing similar sort of things where Palmer, as poor as he's been recently, is creating for these attackers and they're dilly-dallying on the ball. Him himself, dilly-dallying on the ball. Enzo, dilly-dallying on the ball, right? Take 1-2 touches, let it off, bro. Let it off. I'd rather see you do that instead of just kicking it into man's shins and letting guys block the ball, bro. You know what I mean? Taking too long, the keeper can position himself and whatnot, right? I thought those 2 goals to start off the game were good. You know what I mean? Some of the play there in the first half, you had Reece that was creating a good chance for Noni. There was a nice little chip pass that he played to him. The little triangles I was seeing in the midfield there, bro, it was mad. You know what I mean? There was one ball, like when the game first started, Reece just played it over the top to Noni. You know what I mean? To Sancho even. Very good ball, yeah? And it's clear to me to see why Reece isn't getting injured right now. Because when you watch him in midfield, as much as I don't like him there, right? He's not doing as much running. He actually walks off of the ball, right? But if you play him at right back, most of the time he's going to be sort of up and down, a little bit further up on the pitch. But when he's playing in midfield, he's got a little bit more recovery time. You know what I mean? And obviously we know how good he is in the duels. Yeah. I thought he had a steady performance today. Like I said, I don't like him in the midfield. I don't think he'll be there long-term next season, right? But today, I thought he was decent because obviously going into the second half, Maresca made a few subs. He took off Cucurella. He moved Josh to the left. He brought on Chalobah. He took off Reece as well. He took off Enzo. Palmer came on in the left half space, and then you had obviously Jackson came on up top as well. Who came off for Jackson? Noni came off, so George moved to the right. You know what I mean? So there's a few changes that he made. Obviously, Caicedo came on as well, and I thought Caicedo when he came on was fucking brilliant, bro. Yeah, for the goal that Jackson scored, the third goal that he scored, so the fourth goal that he scored even, yeah, Caicedo just wins the ball back high. And even today, I could see him. He was playing more as an 8, right? This guy's weight of pass is just unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Every time I see it in person, I'm like, yo, every time I just see him clip it, it just goes straight to the person. Or you play it into the space, yeah? There was one run that he did where he was running, tried to clip it over the top, right? Can't remember who it was that nearly got to it, but it was a very good ball, right? And that's why I can't wait next season for the likes of Asugo. If we choose to play Santos a little bit further back, you're going to see Caicedo in the advanced positions, which ultimately means that we're going to have another creative outlet, right? And we're going to have another goal threat there as well. Because Caicedo knows how to slap it. I saw him slap it against Tottenham 2 years in a row, both disallowed, but there was slappings, bro. I saw man slap it in against United, bro, in the air, yeah? I saw man slap it in for Brighton, similar, long range, bro, right? We just need to be getting this guy closer to the goal, right? Closer to the attackers there, and you're going to see his numbers go up, yeah? Because from day one, I've been telling months, bro, from last season on Never a Foul, I was telling months, Caicedo is a box-to-box, he's an 8. Couldn't believe what I was saying. And I told him, I said, bro, if you go do your research on this guy, when he was playing in Ecuador, the team that he was at, he was literally playing there as an 8. It was De Zerbi that decided to play him in a double pivot as a 6, bro. But naturally, he's a box-to-box player, yeah? And that counter press from the front, bro, I'm telling you, if you're facing Caicedo and he's playing as an 8, it's long for you in that first phase because as soon as you get on it, he's onto you, bro. He's onto you. You know what I mean? Brilliant from him, bro. And that finish from Jackson for the 4th goal was mad because he was off balance a little bit. He checks it. He quickly checked to see. I saw he got interviewed after the game. He's saying that he was watching the game on the bench and he saw that the keeper was off the line a couple of times. So he said he's going to try to chip him, right? That was brilliant from him, bro. Yeah. The second goal as well, Palmer gets in the left half space, in a little channel there. He plays the ball to Jackson. Good pressing, good anticipation there. That's what I want to be seeing from you, bro. Not just ball watching and just thinking that, you know, the defender's got it there, sorted out. You need to make sure that you're there as well, bro. Yeah? So it's good anticipation from him. That's 2 goals now. He scored in the last game as well. So I'm just hoping that gives him a little bit of confidence, bro. Right? Because last season, Jackson, in the second half of the season, that's when he started to turn up even more when he came back from AFCON. So I'm hoping that he has a little bit of an injection of confidence now because we've got Liverpool at the weekend. I saw Forest lost today as well, bro. Yeah, these men lost the game. So we got to capitalize on that, bro. Liverpool have won the league. We're going to give them guard of honor, cool, all of that, bro. But we can't be losing to these guys again. Not at home, yeah? I probably think we'll draw that game, but, bro, we got to fucking try and win that game because it looks very, very likely right now that Forest are going to drop out of it. As long as Forest drop out of it and Villa drop out of it, I think we'll get a top 5, bro. Yeah? I don't really care about 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Because at the end of the day, when the season's done, 5th and 2nd, there's not going to be much of a points difference. There's really not. You know what I mean? Last season, I checked, Arsenal finished 26 points ahead of us. There's no way they're going to finish that much ahead of us right now, bro. They're only 7 points ahead. Yeah? So we need to make sure this weekend, we need to make sure that we actually play because we've got something to play for, bro. Liverpool have won the league. Yeah? Don't go outside, bro. Don't go outside. But I'm very, very happy for Jackson today. Very, very happy for him because I've been crashing on him a lot lately. You know what I mean? Yeah? But defensively in the second half, you know, there was a few problems that we had. I think Chalobah was struggling on that side, to be honest. Most of their play, most of the chances that they were getting was coming from the left-hand side. They kept crossing it in. You know, the goal that we conceded was quite poor. Again, these lot ball watching. I don't know what it is about this competition, bro, but we've conceded quite a few goals from crosses, bro. We're managers ball watching it, and I'm like tossing back there. Sure, you lot are fucking tall. Why are you not winning your head on that? Why are you not getting your head on that, bro? You know what I mean? So there's another poor goal conceded. And there's another chance that they had where they whipped it across the box. And it kind of just went past all our players and the guy scuffed it. It went over the bar, right? That was the only real threat that I was seeing from these guys. They were mainly going to that side. They realized there's a bit of a weakness there. They kept trying to cross it in. But in terms of like cutting through the midfield and that, I didn't really see that. There was one moment where one guy on their team played it in behind to Tosin. He played it in behind and Tosin kind of came across and won the ball back. You know, Jorgensen made some good saves as well. I thought he was good in this game. He didn't do anything wrong really. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, overall, like I said, I thought we managed the game well in the second half. You know, I don't expect people to be consistently pressing, bro, especially on this AstroTurf pitch right now. I've seen a few people saying, "Oh, we dropped off." Bro, if I'm managing the team right now, I told these guys, listen, in the second half right now, you fucking manage the game quite well. You're professional. You don't need to go gun-ho, right? Be professional, pick your moments, and just make sure that you're good off the ball. Because we controlled the ball, we controlled the game well in the first half on the ball. But in the second half, we controlled the game quite well off the ball. The only issue that we mainly really had was from the crosses that were coming in. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I thought in the second half, we done the job in the first half, really. And in the second half was even more clinical as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? But like I said today, Enzo Fernandez, he played in the right half space. Last game, he played in the left half space. And I was still seeing him being influential. Yeah? I was still seeing him making good decisions. I was still seeing him creating good chances, right? So that's why, bro, like with this left half space, right half space for Palmer, I look at it to an extent because I've spoken about it myself this season. I prefer Palmer in the right half space. But end of the day, I rate this guy at a very high level, right? In the same sort of bracket as where I rate Enzo Fernandez. Therefore, I expect you to perform whatever position that you're playing in, bro. Yeah? It's not like Palmer's been moved from 10 to fucking left back or even left wing. Because I don't really like Palmer left wing. I've seen him play there a couple times. I don't really like him left wing, right? Cool. He's still playing in central positions, but just on the left-hand side, bro. Yeah? Just on the left-hand side. So, bro, I expect your performances to pick up because Enzo Fernandez can do it. No one tell me that it's just the Conference League because there's many examples of Enzo being moved around in the league as well. Yeah? Go remind yourself of the performance against Leicester. He was in the right half space in that game, bro. Yeah? Many games before that, he was in the left half space because I was talking about how him and Sancho have got a very good relationship. Him and Cucurella and Sancho, that little triangle, it's calling it a little triangle. They've got a very good relationship. Yeah? So why can Enzo move positioning, do well, but Palmer can't? It's all on Maresca. That's not making sense to me, bro. Yeah? Once again, today, I'm not really seeing him trying to ball carry. There's a couple of times where there's space in front of him and he's taking the easy option of trying to do the wonder ball. Yeah? Trying to do the Bruno thing, bro. Yeah? How about you run into the space? Yeah? Maybe that's why, Chelsea are looking at someone like Rodgers because we don't really have many ball carriers in the team. That's the only thing I'd really say that we're missing in our midfield. I think Caicedo, he'll ball carry a lot more when he's playing as an 8, but we don't have someone like a Felix right now because Felix will get on the half turn, he'll run through the midfield, right? Rodgers will get on the half turn and he'll run through the midfield. Palmer, he can do it, but not to that level, innit? You know what I mean? But bro, come on. You got to drive into the space a little bit more. Try and get a little bit closer. Try and play those little smart passes around the corner. You get the ball back. You bang it in. You had a chance that we got as well that went straight at the keeper there. He didn't really finesse it. Again, not being clinical, bro. Yeah? And the reason why I keep talking about this is because I rate this guy, bro. If I rate you, I'm going to be harsher on you, bro. You know what I mean? Because Palmer hasn't been at the level that I expect from him this season, bro. Even though his numbers have been good, yeah, to an extent, they should be even better. Because of his teammates and because of himself, yeah? But I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to hear this half space thing about Palmer anymore, bro. Any position right now, Enzo is just beating that. He's beating that agenda. He's beating that agenda because he's performing regardless of where he is. Regardless of where he is, bro. Yeah? But man of the match today, I'm probably going to give it to Tosin, man. I thought Tosin and Badiashile today defensively, away from the crosses, I thought they were quite good. Badiashile seems to be quite stable in this competition, man. Like, I'm not seeing him getting cooked. I'm not seeing him doing anything mad. You know what I mean? But Tosin, like I said today, I thought he was brilliant. I thought he's brilliant. Like those passes that he was playing were mad. So I'll probably give him man of the match, man. But listen, people, let me know what you think of my thoughts. Obviously they'll be at the bridge next week. So listen, we should be in the final now. It looks like we're probably going to be playing Betis. I'm seeing Anthony scored a mad goal today. Yeah. I'm seeing United they battered these man today. You got fucking Spurs battered these man as well. Looking like a United Spurs final right now, which is mad, blood. Yeah, that is actually a lose-lose for Arsenal, bro, because you've got United that could win another trophy before Arteta. Yeah, and that's another manager as well, a new manager. So it was Ten Hag last time. Now it could be fucking Amorim. Yeah, or you could have Spurs winning something in Europe before my man, bro, and before their club as well, blood. You know what I mean? It's a fucking lose-lose. I'm telling you, bro. It's a lose-lose. Personally, I don't want United getting that trophy, bro. As much as I hate Spurs, let them have their little trophy, bro. Let them have their little trophy. They won't have another one for another fucking 25 years, 30 years. Let them enjoy that, right? But if United get that, and Ineos want to be serious this summer, they can attract better players, bro. They can start to look at the Djokovic and these men and say, yo, we've got Champions League, bro. You can come to us now. Yeah? This season will be forgotten about. Because remember, we won the Champions League, bro. We were nowhere near. We were nowhere near Europe, you know? You know what I mean? So I'd rather Tottenham win it. I can't lie. I'd rather Tottenham win it. I don't care about them, bro. Yeah? Because they're not going to be another trophy more than us. That'll be another trophy for United, another trophy in Europe for United, bro. Yeah, and further away from us. We can't be looking at them to be winning it right now. I'm sorry, bro. I hate Tottenham, but I'd rather them win it over United right now. They'll get Champions League, but you know how Levy is, bro. Levy's just gonna still be tight in the window and whatnot. Whoever they bring in, they ain't gonna do shit, bro. It's just Tottenham, innit? You know what I'm saying? But let me know your thoughts anyway, people, man. In a bit. Bless.